All right, first and foremost, we give all praise to you, how about Shemi Awashai Barakatah, giving sincere greeting to all the brothers and sisters scattered across the four corners, teaching this word with sincerity and charity. I am Brother Phineas with Prince of Power Israelites, here with another short lesson on, and the lesson topic, the name will be, Can I Have Some Milk and Cookies? And I know a lot of us seen that sketch that Bernie Mac did with the little girl coming down. As soon as we say milk and cookies, that sketch pops in our head that he did during the Kings of Comedy tour when he talks about his niece coming down the stairs wanting some milk and cookies. Well, during the holiday season, during this pagan season, this winter solstice, a lot of us sit milking cookies out pretending like Santa Claus ate the milk and cookies. And I know a lot of times we already delve into, you know what I'm saying, in Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 1 through maybe 5, 6, about not being dismayed by the stars and not taking on the customs of the heathens as they cut down the tree and decorate it. I'm not here to talk about the Christmas tree, even though you definitely shouldn't be dealing with that. Just read Jeremiah chapter 10. I'm here to deal with the milk and cookies that y'all be sitting out. And you sit out the milk and cookies to pretend that some deity has came in while you were sleeping, while your kids were sleeping, while everybody was asleep. This deity came in and ate the milk and cookies. So your kids, sometimes you'll see commercials and stuff where the kids be, make sure you sit the milk and cookies out for Santa Claus, mommy. You know he gets hungry. And so you pretty much indoctrinating your and sending even a stronger delusion to your children into believing that this Santa Claus, that this deity is actually real. Well, this is not something new. There's nothing new under the sun, like the scripture says. This is also in the Apocrypha. A story like this is also in the Apocrypha, in the Bell and the Dragon. And I just want to look into that and just see that there's nothing new under the sun, that we was doing the exact same thing, dealing with the exact same idolatry. Let's check that out.
The book of Bel and the Dragon out of the Apocrypha. Verse 3. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour, and 40 sheep, and 6 vessels of wine. And the king worshipped it, and went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own God. And the king said unto him, Why doest not thou worship Bel? Who answered and said, Because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living God, who have created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh. Then said the king unto him, Thinkest thou not that Bel is a living God? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So the king was wroth, and called for his priests, and said unto them, If ye tell me not who this is that devoureth these expenses, ye shall die. But if you can certify me that Bel devoureth them, then Daniel shall die, for he hath spoken blasphemy against Bel.
So we seen the challenge happen. You know what I'm saying? Daniel said, man, I serve the Most High. I do not sit out food and stuff for any other deity. I don't go out there worshiping any other deity. That deity is just clay. It's just clay. It's not real. And so now the king is like, oh, okay, well then you don't think the deity is real. You don't think Bel is real. Then who's eating all this food? And so a challenge actually happened between the priests and Daniel. If the food is going in the morning, then we know that then we'll conclude that the deity is real. But if not, then we'll know that the deity is fake, and that, you know what I'm saying. So if Daniel wins the bet, then the priest die, and if not, if vice versa, then Daniel dies. But let's drop down to verse 15 and look at that.
The book of Bel and the Dragon out of the Apocrypha. Verse 15. Now when the night came, the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink up all. And the morning betime the king arose, and Daniel with him. And the king said, Are the seals whole? And he said, Yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he opened the door, the king looked up upon the table and cried with a loud voice, Great art thou, O Bel, with thee is no deceit at all. Then laughed Daniel, and held the king that he should not go in, and said, Behold, now the pavement, and the mark well whose footsteps are these. And the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry, and took the priests with their wives and children, who shewed him the providores, where they came in and consumed such things as there were upon the table.
So we see the conclusion of the matter. Daniel actually put ashes down. Daniel commanded that his servants put ashes down, and so they can track the steps of who's eating this food, because he knew the deity wasn't real, right? Put the ashes down to track who's actually eating the food, and come to find out it was actually the priests and their family, and the priests end up getting killed, right? And so that's what, you know what I'm saying. You don't want to do that in your house, because you know that it's you. You know that it's your parents, or you know that, you know what I'm saying, y'all are the ones, and you just sow this to people who are non-believers, who still celebrating this winter solstice, still celebrating Christmas. We know that it's you that's eating the milk and cookies. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You don't have to do that. Why are you doing that? Why are you pretending? Why are you going along stringing this fake deity? Why are you still sending this strong delusion with this fake deity? Stop. All right. We'll also look, and we'll conclude with this. We'll end out with this. Is Ezekiel chapter 8. In Ezekiel chapter 8, that pretty much talks about Ezekiel being the spirit coming down, and a spirit of fire coming down and reaching out to Ezekiel and taking him and showing him the abominations that Israel is actually out here worshiping, and showing you even they priests. You know what I'm saying? With every turn, he's seeing more and more abominable things, and that this thing has brought him and provoked him to this jealousy. Now we'll end with the last two verses of Ezekiel chapter 8, and then we'll see you next time.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 8 verse 17. Then he said it to me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? It is a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here. For they have filled the land with violence, and have returned to provoke me to anger. And lo, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore will I deal in fury, my eyes shall not spare, neither would I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will I not hear them.